Every December, people throughout northeastern Pennsylvania look forward to Joe Maddon's Around the Horn event. One of the staples to the event is the special guest. In years past, the Around the Horn event has seen stars like Mike Ditka and actor Bill Murray come to the Hazleton area. And this year it was Joe Maddon's favorite athlete, Joe Namath, making a return to his home state to take part in the event.
Now you have to understand, this goes way back. Little Joey Maddon played quarterback here for the State Trooper Eagles when he was 10, and I wore number 12 for a reason. I've been a fan of this man for many, many years. I've read all the books I could possibly read about him. I tried to walk up to the line of scrimmage like him. I wear I got the same kind of helmet as he wore when I was in Lafayette College. I really tried to do the little thing with my shoulder pads as I walk up the line of scrimmage.
And while Broad Street in downtown Hazleton is just a little bit different than Broadway in New York City, Joe Namath was happy to be in Hazleton to celebrate all of the festivities. Namath, who was born in Beaver Falls on the western part of Pennsylvania, took New York City by storm in the 1960s and 70s while quarterbacking the Jets to one of the biggest upsets in sports history when his Jets knocked off the Baltimore Colts in Super Bowl III. Prior to the Super Bowl, Namath went out to dinner with Swoyersville native Lou Michaels, and Namath recalled what took place that night with Michaels.
First of all, I had met Lou Michaels a few years earlier. He and my brother Frank both attended Kentucky, University of Kentucky, and played football there. And our defensive safety, Jim Hudson, and I were hooking up with Lou Michaels and Dan Sullivan, their offensive guard, to have dinner, you know. And the fact of the matter is, when we started sitting down, old Lou, that big beast and all, you know, his jaw got out there and he said, "We're gonna kick your you know what."
All right.
You know? And I said, "Oh man, you know, you have to bust a little chops here." I said, "Come on, Lou, don't talk like that. And besides, what do you know? You're just a kicker." Whoa!
That started
whoa!
Right there, man.
That jaw, he was gonna, because you know he was a heck of a defensive tackle too. And fortunately, Tuxedo stepped in there and said, "Come on, your table's ready to go on." So we went, we had a good dinner, and we split afterwards. In fact, Hudson and I took he and Dan back to their hotel.
Michaels wasn't the only athlete from NEPA that Namath knew. Tim Thompson was a longtime teacher, sports broadcaster, and baseball coach in the Hazleton area and attended Alabama with Joe Willie.
Tim was a pitcher on scholarship at the University of Alabama, and there weren't very many Northerners there, and Tim and I became friends, and we hung out for 4 years. He ended up pitching for the White Sox there.
Broadway Joe had plenty of fans in attendance like Renee Fort, who made this quilt for Namath. Fort talked to SSPTV News via phone and explained what it was like to give Namath the quilt.
He came right over to me and he, saw the photo and his mouth just dropped. He couldn't believe it. He signed some memorabilia that I had. He gave me a hug and a kiss, and I told him that it was for him. And he said, "Oh, I couldn't take that. That's too beautiful." And I said, "No, I made it out of love for you. I want you to take it with you." And his associate came over to me and he said, "I was told to come and take this, to put it in the car for Joe to take back with him on the plane to Florida." And he definitely will be hanging it up in his house. So I am honored and speechless both at the same time.
Namath was very thankful for all of his supporters like Fort throughout the years.
It makes me feel good. Most of the time I meet people in a grocery store, airport, whatever, there's a smile on their face, man. And smiles are healthy. Good vibes are healthy. And getting together in the big game's life. With baseball, football, basketball, enter team sports. But life itself is a team effort. If we help one another, we'll all be better off for it.
Namath also added that he's a big fan of what Maddon has done for the Hazleton area and that he is a proud supporter of the Hazleton Integration Project. Reporting for SSPTV Sports, I'm John Eric Poli.